This video is not sponsored by Pure Leaf unsweetened black tea. So we are in my new apartment here in Tampa, and I am on my brand new couch I bought from Facebook Marketplace yesterday. I got this nice yellow suede couch for $300, and the guy said that it was originally purchased for $700. So it's a pretty good deal. I'm streaming from my MacBook right now, but this is my new apartment. Check that couch out. God, that's sexy. Never thought I'd end up with a yellow couch. But anyway, guys, my dog already needs water. What the hell? Did you finish the water already? Come on. Just as I start going live. Oh, man. All right. The life of dog ownership, guys. So, yesterday, Twitter released what's called the Twitter files, and it's been a bombshell. Now, I'm not going to say too much beyond what we're going to read today because of YouTube community guidelines. I want to be careful. Got to protect my account, obviously, but we are going to we're going to read this. Yeah, this couch is like a suede material. It's pretty freaking amazing. Oh my God, I love it. And then I also got a new TV for $300. Nice 65-inch LCD Sharp TV, 2019. So doing some pretty good things here, moving into this apartment. But besides that, this apartment is a freaking mess. Check this out. Look, all those boxes. Oh my God, I got so much shit to do. But anyway, all right, let's get into the Twitter files. This is some crazy stuff. So here we go. I'm going to read this, guys. It's about 36 different tweets. So if you haven't seen this yet, this is going to be pretty mind-blowing for you. But if you have seen this already, then this is going to be pretty repetitive for you. All right, this is from Matt Tybee. Number one, thread. The Twitter files. Yeah, these are the Twitter files, guys. This is kind of a big deal. He decided to, him and Elon decided to release how and why the Hunter Biden story got suppressed. Number two, what you're about to read is the first installment in a series based upon thousands of internal documents obtained by sources at Twitter. So we're going to be getting a lot more information. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Three, the Twitter files tell an incredible story from inside one of the world's largest and most influential social media platforms. It is a Frankensteinian tale of human-built mechanism grown out of control of its designer. It's a good way to put it. Number four, Twitter in its conception was a brilliant tool for enabling instant mass communication, making a true real-time global conversation possible for the first time. Number five, in its early conception, Twitter more than lived up to its mission statement, giving people the power to create and share ideas and information instantly without barriers. Hell yeah. Six, as time progressed, however, the company was slowly forced to add those barriers. Some of the first tools for controlling speech were designed to combat the likes of spam and financial fraudsters. Look, on my channel in the comments section, we do the same thing here as well. We block the spam, we block the porn links. But I don't block anything else. Number seven, slowly over time, Twitter staff and executives began to find more and more uses for these tools. Outsiders began petitioning the company to manipulate speech as well. First a little, then more often, then constantly. It's the slow roll, guys. They just get their foot in the door and then they keep going, right? By 2020, requests from connected actors to delete tweets were routine. One executive would write to another, more to review from the Biden team. The reply would come back, handled. So here what we're seeing is people from the Biden administration were literally sending accounts to be banned, and Twitter was just handling them almost in real time. Now, my guess is that this is not just happening on Twitter. My guess this has happened on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I think it's happened almost everywhere. Some level of shadow banning in collusion with the government, which to me is highly against the First Amendment, right? if a private platform wants to remove stuff on their own, that's one story. But if the government's telling them who to remove, that's a different story. All right, number 8. Celebrities and unknowns alike could be removed or reviewed at the behest of a political party. So in this case, we're seeing James Woods was being reviewed, which is crazy. This is like a celebrity. And here we have the Biden administration red flagging his account. Jeff, I am live right now. I'm sorry that the prices are going up, but welcome to Joe Biden's America. This is what we voted for, apparently. Number 10, both parties had access to these tools. For instance, in 2020, requests from both Trump and Biden were received and honored. So there you go. Both sides were playing this game. However, number 11, the system wasn't balanced. It was based on contacts. Because Twitter was and is overwhelmingly staffed by people of one political orientation, 98% more were Democrats. There were more channels, more ways to complain, and open to the left than the right. So there it is right there, guys. This is why the censorship was happening on one side. You know, I'm sure once in a while a leftist was censored, but it was basically happening 99 times to 1. So all of the right-wingers, like myself, who basically said, why am I being shadow banned? We weren't going crazy. This shit was happening, and it was by these little activists inside the company. Number 12, the resulting slant in content moderation decisions is visible in the documents you're about to read. However, it's also the assessment of multiple current and former high-level executives. So this is really good because it's now undeniable that our theories are now fact, much like many other theories that we've had in the last couple of years. Okay, there were more throat clearing about the process, but screw it, let's jump forward. 16. Oh, he deleted 13 to 15. All right, whatever. 16, the Twitter files. Part 1, how and why Twitter blocked the Hunter Biden laptop story. 17, on October 14, 2020, the New York Post published Biden's secret emails, an expose based on the contents of Hunter Biden's abandoned laptop. 18, Twitter took extraordinary steps to suppress the story, removing links and posting warnings that it may be unsafe. They even blocked its transmission via direct message, a tool hitherto reserved for extreme cases, e.g. child pornography. I don't want to say the word because you might get demonetized for that. Number 19, the White House spokesperson, Kayleigh McEnany, God, I love you, was locked out of her account for tweeting about the story, prompting a furious letter from Trump campaign staffer Mike Hahn, who seethed, at least pretend to care, for the next 20 days. That is pretty wrong to censor and silence a sitting staff member during a presidential campaign 20 days before the election because she retweeted a story from the New York Post. That is so messed up, guys. That is so messed up. Number 20, this led public policy executive Caroline Strom to send out a polite "what the fuck" query. Several employees noted that there were tension between the comms policy teams, who had less control over moderation, and the safety trust teams. 21, Strom's note returned the answer that the laptop story had been removed for violation of the company's hacked materials policy. New York Post didn't hack the material, so it didn't really apply. 22, although several sources recalled hearing about a general warning from federal law enforcement that summer about possible foreign hacks, there's no evidence that I've seen of any government involvement in the laptop story. In fact, that might have been the problem. 23, the decision was made at the highest levels of the company, but without the knowledge of CEO Jack Dorsey, who with former head of legal, policy, and trust, Vijaya Gadde, playing a key role. 24, they just freelanced it, is how one former employee characterized the decision. Hacking was the excuse, but within a few hours, pretty much everyone realized that wasn't going to hold, but no one had the guts to reverse it. 25, you can see the confusion in the following lengthy exchange, which ends up including Gadde and former Trust and Safety Chief Yoel Roth. Comms official Trent Kennedy writes, I'm struggling to understand the policy basis for marking this unsafe. So there were definitely some questions inside the company about why they were doing this. 26, by this point, everyone knew that this was fucked, said one former employee, but the response was essentially to err on the side of continuing to err. It's crazy. 27. Former VP of Global Comms Brandon Borman asks, can we truthfully claim that this is part of the policy? 28. To which former Deputy Consul Jim Baker again seems to advise against staying the non-course because caution is warranted. 29. A fundamental problem with tech companies and content moderation. Many people in charge of speech care little about speech and have to be told the basics by outsiders. To wit. Number 30. In one humorous exchange on day one, Democratic Congressman Ro Khanna reaches out to Gade to gently suggest she hop on the phone to talk about the backlash regarding speech. Khanna was the only Democratic official I could find in the files who expressed concern. So this guy, Ro Khanna, I never heard of him before, but he gets some points in my mind. And Gade replies quickly, immediately diving into the weeds of Twitter policy. Unaware Khanna is more worried about the Bill of Rights. There you go. That's exactly it. The Bill of Rights, our Constitution, needs to trump all other policies. Number 32, Khanna tries to reroute the conversation to the First Amendment, mention of which is generally hard to find in the files. 33, within a day, head of public policy Lauren Culbertson receives a ghastly report from Carl Szabo of the research firm NetChoice, which had already polled 12 members of Congress, 3 Republicans and 3 Democrats, from the House Judiciary Committee to the Rep. Judy Chu's office. Let's see. We got a few more. 34. NetChoices lets Twitter know a bloodbath awaits in upcoming Hill hearings, with members saying it's a tipping point. Complaining tech has grown so big that they can't even regulate themselves, so government may need to intervene. 35. Szabo reports to Twitter that some Hill figures are characterizing the laptop story as tech's Access Hollywood moment. Now, this is a much bigger deal than that. This is a much bigger deal. 36. The First Amendment isn't absolute. This is what somebody said. The First Amendment isn't absolute. This is what the Democrats said. That's crazy. But this goes to show you what we've said all along, that the Democrats don't care about the Constitution. They want to reimagine it, reinterpret it, re-envision it, update it, amend it, change it. They want to do all these things. And this is more proof that they don't see the First Amendment as absolute. That's crazy. That's crazy. So this is one of the reasons why I became a Republican. Well, I fight for Republicans. I'm still registered independent technically, but I'm technically a Republican, I guess, is because of shit like this. It's common sense to defend the Constitution. All parties should do that, the left and the right. That should be a common thing about both parties, but instead, only one party is respecting that document, and that's the Republicans. Now, are the Republicans doing enough to defend it? Probably not, but at least they verbally, openly say that they protect it and defend it. So, I'm going to align with the party that actually fights for American values, or at least stands for it. So that's pretty much the entire Twitter files. There's going to be more released, I believe, today at 5 o'clock, which is kind of exciting. So we're going to see what's going to happen today. But this is the Twitter files. I wanted to give it a quick rating for you guys, for those who haven't seen it yet. And I wanted to just give a little bit of color commentary, which, we just went through. So he changed electricity supplier. The salesman admitted it's Biden on drilling. Yeah, we know that. We know that. Ken, hey, we wanted to say hi. Welcome to our house. God bless. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate you. Cute dogs, by the way. There you go. So anyway, guys, that's what's going on in the Twitter files. It is pretty crazy, actually. This is a really big deal. This should be front page news on the mainstream media. And I do think that Vijaya Gade, who is the one who made a lot of these decisions at Twitter, allegedly, I think that this is treasonous behavior. This is literally hiding information from the American public and swaying. I'm just going to say swaying things. She swayed things. She swayed it. I feel like I'm allowed to say the word sway. I think sway is allowed to be said. But it's really sad that this happened to our country. And, all the research says that if this story was not suppressed, Trump would have gotten 8 million more votes. And this one suppression story changed everything for all of us. It destroyed our economy. It destroyed our 401ks, our stock, our crypto. the housing market, the mortgages, the gas prices, the energy prices, the inflation, the cost of goods, the cost of food, the cost of supplies, a labor shortage, supply shortage, more racism, more medical mandates, the border crisis, the war in Ukraine. Think of all these things that have now happened as a result of Donald Trump losing the election. It's truly shocking. It's truly shocking. This changed so many of our lives for the worse. So many Americans are worse off now. It's really sad. It makes me sick to my goddamn stomach. It really does. It really makes me sick to my goddamn stomach what happened to this country. You know? And I bet my kidney failure is because of Joe Biden. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, guys, thanks again for watching. I'll be online maybe later today to talk about the 5 p.m. drop in between unpacking my apartment and, organizing everything. So I'll see you guys later. As always, God bless Trump, and I'll talk to you tomorrow or later.